Greetings, welcome to Facts About Everything. I'm your host, James Egan, and today on Bond Month, we'll be looking at the 2008 film Quantum of Solace, which will always be the worst title ever. It was rumored the film would be called Millennium Evolution. The theme song is called Another Way to Die. It was sung by Jack White and Alicia Keys. Also, why isn't this movie called Another Way to Die? That's a way better title, and it sounds like a title for a James Bond movie. That would be perfect. It was rumored the film would be based on the 2011 Bond novel Carte Blanche. The title was chosen days before it was publicly declared. The film cost $200 million. Really? I don't remember anything that expensive in this movie. Then again, I don't really remember what happens in this movie. But who does? The film made $586 million worldwide. 200,000 blank bullets were used for training, testing, and filming during production. Due to a writer's strike, Daniel Craig was forced to write several scenes. Mark Foster directed the film. He was only 39 when he shot the film, making him the youngest director to make a Bond movie. Foster is not a fan of Bond films. That explains a lot. Daniel Craig was paid $7.2 million. Gemma Arterton won the role of Strawberry Fields over 1,500 auditionees. The producer regrets killing off Strawberry Fields. Yeah, she didn't get a lot to do in that movie. That was a shame. She's insanely talented. Matthew Almeric plays the main villain, Dominic Green. He based the character on the former British Prime Minister, Tony Blair. Okay, the internet nowadays is a political minefield, so I'm not going to add anything else to that point. The film uses no elements from the original Quantum of Solace short story. The film was nearly based on Fleming's story, Risico. Gemma Arterton won the role of Strawberry Fields after the casting director saw her playing Rosaline in Love's Labour's Lost at the Globe Theatre. The first scene that Gemma Arterton shot was her death scene. The film has some very weird cameos. Charlie Chaplin's granddaughter, Una, cameos as a hotel receptionist. Also, the Mexican director, Guillermo del Toro, provides additional voices in the film. He's best known for directing Hellboy, Pacific Rim, Blade 2, and Pan's Labyrinth. Another Mexican director that cameos is Alfonso Cuarón as a helicopter pilot. He's best known for directing Gravity and Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. The film had 900 visual effects. This is the only James Bond film where Bond is at no point captured or imprisoned. This is the first Bond film where the main character does not sleep with the main Bond girl. Strawberry Fields is killed when she's covered in oil. This is an obvious nod to the film Goldfinger, where Jill Masterson is killed when she's covered in gold. There was a rumor that Al Pacino was going to make a cameo as the leader of Quantum. In Ireland, we don't call them rumors. We just call them lies. The idea of the criminal organization Quantum was concocted because the studio couldn't get the rights to use Spectre. Although Bond is a heavy drinker, this is the first time to show him acting drunk. This movie is 106 minutes long, meaning it's the shortest Bond film ever. Jeffrey Wright returns as Felix Leiter, making it the first time that the same actor played the character in 2 consecutive films. Amy Winehouse recorded a demo for the theme song, but it was unused. This is the first direct sequel in the series. This is the first Bond film not to use the gun barrel sequence at the beginning. Instead, it is used at the end. Some fans incorrectly believe that Quantum is an acronym like Spectre. Although Casino Royale was physically demanding for Craig, he said it was a walk in the park compared to Quantum of Solace. The lead character never says Bond, James Bond, at any point in the movie. Many fans believe this film is the worst title in the Bond series. This is often seen as the weakest Bond film that Daniel Craig has starred in. The title refers to a precise figure defining the comfort, humanity, and fellow feelings required between two people for love to survive. If the Quantum of Solace is 0, then love is dead. Or, according to the producers, it means a measure of comfort. You see? You gave 2 explanations and I still don't understand. Don't act like you can worm your way out of that title with that fancy talk there, producers. 400 actresses auditioned for Camille. Olga Kurylenko won the role. Kurylenko had never seen a Bond film before being cast. In the shot where Bond receives a text message while on a motorcycle, a terrible actor can be seen in the background pretending to sweep the ground. However, his broom isn't even touching the floor. It's probably the most glaring mistake in all the Bond films. Craig was injured in one scene and needed 4 stitches on his face. Quantum of Solace was filmed in more locations than any other in the franchise. The film takes place in the UK, Panama, Chile, Italy, Mexico, and Austria. Craig hurt his shoulder while filming and required 6 surgical screws to fix it. Craig lost his fingertip during one of the fight scenes. Is he okay? Like, seriously, he's lost like half his body. But at least the movie was worth it. This is the first Bond film to be released in a year ending with a number 8. Because the writer's strike caused so many problems with the production and the film was met with lukewarm reviews, Daniel Craig vowed never to accept a film without a finished script ever again. When Gemma Arterton's agent found out she had won the role of Strawberry Fields, he rang her and sang the theme song to her. Bruno Ganz was considered for the role of Dominic Green. Ganz is best known for playing Hitler in Downfall. Dominic Green is one of the few main Bond villains that has no physical impairment, like a missing limb or a scar or something. Although I thought his eyes were overly black. In Germany, the film is called A Quantity of Consolation. I think that makes slightly more sense than the English title. In Croatia, the film is called A Grain of Comfort. The first line of the short story reads, "I've always thought that if I ever married, I would marry an air hostess." The last line of the short story reads, "He reflected on the conference he would be having in the morning with the Coast Guards and the FBI in Miami. The prospect, which had previously interested, even excited him, was now edged with boredom and futility." 2 years after the film's release, Aston Martin announced that they would give Craig any of their cars whenever he wanted for the rest of his life. Well, at least something good came out of this movie. Special thanks to these fine people for all their help. Be sure to subscribe to Facts About Everything. Follow me on Twitter for updates on upcoming videos. Check out my Facebook page to let me know what subjects you want me to talk about in the future. Thanks for watching, see you again.